We told you about the incoming spoils of our European trip to Furch and already showed you one of those rainbow guitars. Here are two more we're delighted to show you today, so stick around. Hey, you're watching Alamo Music TV. My name is Chris McKee.
I'm Cooper Greenberg.
We're here with Alamo Music in San Antonio, Texas. You can find us online at alamomusic.com. If you're new to the channel, make sure you subscribe, turn on notifications, and like our videos. If you would like to support the channel, visit our spring store, link below for custom swag, and check out our podcast, the Fretboard Confessional. So we've told you a little bit, in fact, in one of those podcasts, about our trip to the Furch factory in the Czech Republic in Europe. It was an awesome time. It was extremely memorable. And one of the cool things about it was that at the backstage event only, there were some select rainbow or custom guitars from Furch that were available. And it was limited to those who were there. And you can select which ones you were going to get. We did that. We took full advantage of that opportunity. And so that should kind of frame for you how few of these there are out there. It's very, very cool. So we'd already shown you in a video that Cooper shot without me, much to my chagrin, on it's a GC, well, no, it's not a GC. It's a G, no cutaway. Yeah. That's Sinker Redwood with Madagascar ebony back and sides, a pairing that I particularly like. And now we've got two more to show you today.
Yeah, these, I mean, they're all awesome. We got a couple more coming, but they were all unique from each other. So we got the Sinker kind of vibe with the ebony. These are totally different flavors. Yep. I think they're both unique in their own ways, but I'll be honest with you, this was the one that I think I was most excited about coming in, and now getting to play it again, it's just as exciting. Dreadnought Cutaway, Alpine spruce top, and Madagascar Rosewood back and sides. And part of the reason why that's cool is because not even Martin uses that anymore.
No. Hard to get tonewood, a fantastic species of rosewood, and one that a lot of, particularly small builders, like to use as kind of like Brazilian. Yeah. So many people say, what's a good replacement for Brazilian? And it's all up to opinion. But Madagascar, Amazonian, these are some of the ones that get thrown about as really good offerings. And it pairs nicely, I think, with that type of a top.
It's such a nice wood pairing. The thing that I dig about it is that Furch has the Color Series guitars and they have the Vintage Series guitars, and this is kind of a mix of both of those.
I kind of feel that in both of these cases.
Yeah. So this has got that sort of knocked down vintage gloss, almost semi-gloss type feel. Talk about silent satin, dude. Can't hear a thing. Yeah, it's a really nice finish.
It's silent semi.
Silent semi. It's got our little, what do you call that? Your Celtic knot?
Triptych.
Is that what they call it?
Yeah.
It's cool.
Yeah, it's very cool.
Yeah, there we go.
It's reminiscent of a Celtic knot. But yeah, it's technically not.
It's technically not. Yeah. Dude, that's good. So it's kind of the vibe of like a vintage dread, but also not. It's got the cutaway. It's got the finish, but it's got the nice wood pairing, and then, very comfortable Furch neck, and Goto 510s with ebony buttons.
I like the chrome toes, as we like to call them.
Chrome
kind
toes,
of a satin chrome.
Yeah.
And yeah, this is a really lovely understated guitar. Koa binding on it, right?
Koa binding.
With a nice kind of white purfling that just sets it off really well. It complements that creamy color on the top. It complements the dark rosewood on the sides. The mostly unadored, did I say that correct, English major?
Sure. I don't know. Yeah.
We'll go with it. Fingerboard.
Yeah.
Because someone corrected me when I said fretboard the other day. Yes, technically it's a fingerboard that has frets in it. It's a really nice, simple look that has just a certain amount of ornamentation. And like you said, it's got that semi-gloss finish. I really like that. That finish, it's interesting because Furch pulled that off, and the only other guitar I've really seen out there in the market that has a similar finish is the kind of antique finish that Martin does on their Authentics. Yeah. Now this is a poly version, which to me, I don't know if that's easier or harder. Something tells me it may be harder to do, to pull it off this way, but it's really cool. It kind of goes, one of the things that they talked about at the factory that was interesting was the back of the neck finish, which is a really nice feeling satin, is also antimicrobial. Because we did go through a global pandemic, so why not?
UV cured. Yeah, I love this guitar. I would never, ever say I'm the type of guy that's looking for a dread with a cutaway. It's just never been my thing. And part of me when we got this was like, man, I wish it didn't have a cutaway. But now playing it, I like it a lot. And it's like,
you want
good access.
I have a take on this. I think it really depends upon the overall lines of the guitar.
Yeah.
Because you can talk about a Dreadnought, but a Dreadnought's not a Dreadnought. It's not a Dreadnought. Like every single company kind of has their own lines to it. And I think the lines and the particular cutaway that Furch does works from an aesthetic standpoint.
Yeah.
Like there might be some, and not to offend anybody who's watching, but I don't like J45s with a cutaway. One, because the slope shoulder, and two, the way the cutaway is shaped in particular, it just strikes me aesthetically as kind of odd. So I get where you're coming from. I think that's why this works.
Yeah.
Because it's a little bit different. And dig the trim on that top. Talk about going back to those vintage specs. Even the pickguard is really more vintage tortoiseshell than some of the darker stuff we typically see.
Yeah, gorgeous guitar. Sounds great. You will hear it in just a moment, but give me the scoop.
But first, we have this beautiful guitar. It's an OM, and it features also Alpine spruce with beautiful Koa back inside. It's really nice, tight flame on this Koa. It also got this wonderful kind of herringbone style border. What would you actually call it? It's not herringbone, is it?
That's herringbone, dude.
Herringbone.
Yeah.
And slotted snowflakes. And to the you have dot inlays, but this one still keeps kind of the modern linear inlay markers that I really like on the side of the fretboard. You've got those satin chrome toes on the top with the Goto tuners, and the Furch F framed nicely against that dark ebony background. The binding on this and that purfling, again, it just sets it off. And with most of these guitars, as we've seen and as what Casey's attested to, just absolute perfection when it comes to build quality. There's not a single thing that you can find wrong with it. It's really beautiful. It sounds really good. And this particular guitar, the small body, the pairing of the tonewoods, it kind of reminds me of like kind of 0018 with more pop to it.
Yeah.
There's something nice and round about the notes because of the top of it, but you've got, that mid-range and a little bit more treble.
Yeah. Yeah, and they sound wildly different from each other, but both have a really good representation of that's a great spruce top, Alpine spruce with Koa, Alpine spruce with Madagascar. This is a total bass machine and just like explodes, but great overtones. It's awesome. That is such like a warm, sweet kind of sound. Check it out.
So there you have it. 2 really awesome guitars. The Rainbow Series being part of Furch's kind of custom program allows a lot of really cool flexible options, but it was neat to the builds that they had kind of made for that particular event. And do you remember off the top of your head what the price on these was?
I don't. I'm pretty sure these are somewhere around the $5,500 range. I'm pretty sure. I could be totally wrong.
Fairly affordable for a custom guitar.
For a custom guitar with a back and sides wood that really is not in use from any other manufacturer that we carry.
Right.
The last Madagascar Rosewood guitar we had from Martin was incredible, and they moved to Guatemalan. Guatemalan stuff is also incredible, but it's nice to have that option. And then an OM with an Alpine top and nice chevron kind of flame Koa on the top and just really tight all the way down. This would not be $5,500 from, say, another brand that is famous for Koa guitars. So, yeah, I think...
And that's the thing with Furch is it's impeccable craftsmanship and an eye toward value.
Yeah.
That really kind of sets them apart. We've had, I think we've made a lot of Furch fans in the store, people that have come in, maybe looking for other guitars or unfamiliar with the brand, picking up one of the guitars, really being pleasantly surprised, kind of taken aback. Whether it's a little jank or something like a Red Deluxe.
Yeah,
so
they're all great. And I heard yesterday a guy came in the store and we showed him, these had not come in yet, we showed him a different one. And he liked it, was really impressed by it, but it wasn't the right kind of wood pairing for him. He was like, well, I already know one day I'm going to get myself a Furch, so, show me what else is coming. First of all, Mike, these are coming. These are here.
They're here.
But also, I like that kind of thing is like, you dig the brand, you like the builds, they make something for everybody, so if these aren't the right ones, they have Rainbow Configurator, you build anything you want, and it's going to come out great. But there's also just a bunch of other cool things coming down the line.
What's neat about that Rainbow Configurator is we've both done this. One, you can get into a lot of trouble. So PSA, go ahead and check every box and just see how high you can get it. But what I love, and I think makes it probably one of the coolest configurators that any manufacturer's done, and I've told Jan and the team, this is just, what a great job. You go through, create your specifications of what you'd like for a custom guitar, spits out a code, you give us that code, it's everything. There's no guesswork done. It includes all of your specifications. What a cool way to do it. So
that's the way to go.
So these 2 are available as of right now. You can check out detailed photos and all the specifications of these guitars on our website, which is
alamomusic.com.
And you can buy them right online, or you can chat with us right on the website. If you start chatting, you could chat with Cooper or myself or one of our great sales team, and we can answer any questions that you have and help you get one of these. Or maybe you just decide you want a Furch and it's going to be something else, and we can help you realize that dream too. Pretty cool.
Oh, yeah.
If you're new to the channel, you should
subscribe and turn your notifications on and like and share and comment.
Yeah.
Boom.
And we've got some really more cool Furch stuff coming up, so you definitely want to have the notifications turned on.
Oh, yeah.
So, as always, thanks for watching. We'll see you next time.